I started playing harmonica actually in high school after I took some interest in blues music. Uh, I started playing harmonica. It seemed pretty easy and relatively accessible, and it was something I could do while I was driving when I had long drives to high school actually each day for a couple years. So I would listen to CDs on the way and play some music. And only in when I
This is when you were living
in Canada, in Canada, and started playing guitar just in Israel about somewhere around 15 years ago. Just shortly before I came to Yodefat, I started playing guitar, and I already knew exactly what I wanted to play, and found some lessons online that could show me sort of the way a little bit, and so I started playing guitar around 2007 or 2008.
What kind of music were you listening to growing up, like as a teenager?
Well, I started off with I have an older brother who has had a lot of influence on me musically, and we listened to sort of classic rock for a number of years and enjoyed that. Led Zeppelin and David Bowie, and slowly got into Bob Dylan and Rolling Stones and that sort of stuff. And then his curiosity led us down the path of trying to figure out sort of who those guys listened to. And so pretty quickly we started seeing this name that kept coming up, which was Robert Johnson. Eric Clapton certainly took a lot of influence from Robert Johnson, and so did Keith Richards and Led Zeppelin, and so there was Robert Johnson and Leadbelly and Big Bill Broonzy, and there were a few guys like that we sort of discovered through the classic rock, the history of classic rock, you could say. And I certainly knew the first time I heard Robert Johnson that I sort of got to the roots of it all. you couldn't deny that. One of my favorite artists from back in the day, who was recorded in the late 1920s, is Jim Jackson, and he was never really very popular one way or another. To this day, he's not very well known. But he did some of the. He, at the time when he was recorded, he was already around 40 or 50 years old, and he was an interesting character. He was a songster. I don't know if the term bluesman would apply to him, because he was around long before the blues was even a term. And so he played in what's called the songster tradition, and he was a banjo player and a guitar player, and he played all original songs, and his music always hit a sensitive spot for me, that's for sure. So he had a song that he played called "Old Dog Blue," about the wonderful relationship between a man and his dog. I'm going back to where I come from. Saying I'm going back to where I come from. I'm going back to Giles County. My wife died and left me bound. That's the reason I'm going back to Giles County. I had a dog whose name was Blue. You know that Blue was mighty true. Blue was a good old dog. Yeah, Blue treated a possum in a hollow log. You know by that he's a good old dog. Well, Blue treated a possum out on a limb. Well, Blue looked at me and I looked at him. I caught that possum, put him in a sack, saying, "Do for me, Blue, till I get back." was big and round. He never let a possum touch the ground. Sammy and Blue went out on a hunt. Yeah, Blue treated a possum in a hollow stump. You know Blue was a good old dog. Yeah, Blue treated a possum in a hollow log. Yeah, you know about that, he's a good old dog. Well, old Blue died and I dug his grave. Well, I dug his grave with a silver spade. I laid him down with a golden chain, and on every link I called his name. Whoa, Blue, you good dog, you. Say, whoa, Blue, you good dog, you. Well, Blue laid down and died like a man. Yeah, Blue laid down and died like a man. Now he's treeing possums in the promised land. Well, let me tell you just to let you know. Say, let me tell you just to let you know. That old Blue's gone where the good dogs go. Now every time I hear Blue bark, saying every time I hear Blue bark, well, he's treeing possums in Noah's Ark. And when I lay this old guitar down, saying when I lay this old guitar down, I go up to heaven and get my crown. And when I get to heaven, gonna tell you what to do. Well, I grab my horn and blow for Blue. Well, come on, Blue, it's me and you. Well, come on, Blue, it's me and you. Oh, come on, Blue, it's me and you. Say, come on, Blue, it's me and you.